Hello, and welcome to an episode of Let's Play Briefly. So what we are going to be playing this time around is a game called Universal Combat. So this game may be familiar to some people as having this notorious sort of pedigree, having been programmed by a guy named Derek Smart, who did Battlecruiser 3000 and some other games. Now, I don't want to get into all the things that people have said about him on the internet. Doesn't matter. The point here is that this guy is basically has this singular vision of what he wants to make, and he has made it, and he's made it over and over again, improving as he goes. And whatever you may think of him, whatever you may know about him, doesn't matter. What matters is this game is cool. It's super janky, super weird, insanely complicated to play, but it is one of the best representations of a simulation of space, of space combat, like flying a combat ship that you can think of. It's sort of got the complexity of like a flight simulator, while at the same time still having, game elements to it. So I'm absolute crap at this. I've only played it for a few hours, and I'm getting increasingly not awful at it. But that's not to say I'm any good. So we're going to go ahead and call ourselves Archipus X. We're going to name our asset the Big Gun. And so here we are. So here's one thing you can do. You can look at your career. You have gear and you have your assets. Your gear is going to be for all the stuff that you're wearing. So if you end up going on land and fighting hand-to-hand, or first-person shooter style, you can do that. But this is your asset. This is your ship. I've never actually landed on a planet and done anything about that. So who knows? Who knows what that's like? I certainly don't. I've never done it. I don't live that long. We have a bunch of options here. For races, we have, let's see, my audio is a bit loud for myself, so I'm going to turn it down. We've got some races here. We've got these various castes, which are basically the type of character you are. So Earth Comm, military, insurgent, you can, scientist, you can be a trader, do all these different kinds of things. Don't really know too much about any of them. Again, this is not a very well documented. Oh no, I should clarify. It is highly detailed in terms of its documentation, but it's not as helpful as it could be. But that's okay. We can still play it. I don't read manuals anyway. If you take a military cast, you can be one of these careers. Most of these are going to be ground troop type things, these Marines. Or you can be a pilot, or you can be a commander. I'm going to be a commander. We can launch from any of these places and use your launch base in that place. The asset class is what kind of vehicle you're going to be flying around. We're going to be in a heavy carrier. We're going to just use the standard stuff. The asset type is Battlecruiser Mark III. There's a few other options here. And you can see what they look like. There's the Violon. There's a Megaron and so on. And we're going to be Battlecruiser Mark III. And there's different profiles of player gear. So profile 1, profile 2, it's a sniper, this guy's got a shotgun. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and start a new game with that. And there's a tutorial scenario which is connected to a 93-page tutorial document, which is highly encouraged to anybody who plays. And in fact, there's a guy on YouTube, Lazy Chan, who made a really great walkthrough in, I think, 8 parts of going through the tutorial, just to give you a sense of how it works. Then there's the Roam and Explore, and then the Roam and Explore with no NPC auto-generation, which we're not going to do. We're going to do the Roam and Explore. Now, one thing I should mention is that I have the in-progress DLC Lyrius conflict. It's not necessary to play the game, but it does bring your version up to version 3. The differences between version 2 and version 3 seem to be relatively minor, so if you want to just get the base game and just play on that, I think that is more than fine. But the Lyrius conflict is something that's sort of in progress very, very slowly, and incomplete, and apparently some parts of it don't work. Some like starting scenarios and so forth. But the game itself is pretty solid otherwise. So we're going to roam and explore. And this is just basically telling us it's completely freeform, and we're going to be using our imagination. We don't get missions that tell us what we need to do next. And we're going to accept that. And we're going to come on in here. Now, I will say, this has a lot of commands, a lot of controls. You kind of want to have this 6-page hotkey book with you at all times. But I'm using Touch Portal, which if you've seen my Elite Let's Plays, if you've seen my other things where I talk about those, Touch Portal is like a Stream Deck or something like that, where you're able to create a layout of key bindings to buttons on my iPad or an iPhone or an Android tablet or an Android phone. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, if I can see in the darkness. 0? Okay. So I don't know how long we're going to play this. Maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We'll see how long it goes. I'm going to try to give you some information about where everything is on the interface. Don't trust me. I could be wrong about a bunch of this stuff. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. This is the sort of thing where you really do need to read the manual. So up along here is your data about your ship's most of your major ship systems and the power outputs and so forth, like your reactor, solar reactor, shields, armor, hull, cloak, which is currently turned off, hyperdrive, your guns, your turrets. So your gun, this is your main gun. And your main gun can be set to a percentage. 100% means it fires slowly, but with full high power. If you set it to lower, it'll fire faster, but at lower power. And then down here at 10%, it's the lowest power, but highest speed. You kind of want to use low power, high speed against smaller targets and vice versa. And then you've got turrets that you can turn on. Turning my turrets on. Activated. So PTA is the passive turret something, and it will shoot at enemies when they get in range automatically. You can launch mines. You can launch missiles. You can also set your missiles in the fatal mode, which is fatal. Derek Smart just loves him some acronyms, and they're pretty cool. They're actually they're very creative. But fatal is basically the auto-targeting. So not auto-targeting, it's auto-firing. You designate a target. There are no targets, no hostile targets here. You designate a target, and then when it gets into range, the system automatically fires. Right now we don't have any targets to fight at, so we're fine. Over here on the right-hand side are the shuttles. These are non-combat ships. Then our fighters, which are combat ships, and then our command, which is us, basically, and we can control our fighters and shuttles from here, or individually from here. And you'll see this is actually, again, the interface is, on the one hand, insanely obscure and obtuse, but on the other hand, ridiculously intuitive. Like, I cannot stress how much both of those things are true at exactly the same time. Okay, over here is basically your situational awareness from the area, from the area around you, and then from your ship itself. So this is your alert systems. They'll basically go yellow and red if things are in the area that'll kill you, or if you have been boarded, and you get boarded a lot. So because we get boarded a lot, we want to go into the logistics system here, which logistics and all its associated menus are all these different screens. Logistics gives you crafts, cargo, and power.
Acknowledged.
Nope, didn't want to do that. Going back here. Tactical gives you crew, your launch options, your loadout for your various ships, and your medical bay. Navitron is just your map here. Your roster, this is all of your people. And we've got Marines. So you've got... And it's so fucking detailed. Like, seriously, it's so fucking detailed. Like, if you can get past the jank, and if you can get used to the interface, this game is so satisfying in terms of its depth. In terms of... And now, it is a bit shallow in terms of the universe's, like, depth and of like what's out there, like the NPCs and so forth. It is relatively shallow compared to something like X4, but man, it just there's nothing quite as satisfying as having this level of control. So these are your officers. You are the commander. The game calls this the AE, the alter ego. Your alter ego is both you and an avatar that kind of can go around a ship and stuff. Your pilots, these are the ones that'll fly your fighters. Your systems engineers. Your flight engineers, who will do repairs and things. Your medics, who will heal your guys when they get injured. Your marines, which are used for boarding, for repelling boarding. Usually people use them for shuttles, I think. They put the marines on their shuttles as pilots. If you've got guests, these are listed here. If you've got prisoners, they're listed here. And then this is your missions, which we don't have missions in this roaming, the free roam, so we don't get that anything there. And Comlink just kind of tells you what has happened recently. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go over to Tactical, go to our crew, and this is something I learned from one of the YouTube videos I watched about this game. So what you want to do is you want to go to your Marines here, and you want to kind of prep them for prep them for combat, at least a few of them, because prepping them for combat makes it so that they will be ready to repel invaders. However, it uses up combat packs to prep them and get them ready to go. I think it's combat packs. It's basically one of the resources gets eaten up every time you prep. But it does make them a lot more combat effective. So if you go over here to logistics and you go to your cargo, you can see, combat kits. We've got 50 of those. And you can also do trade and stuff with all these kinds of things, these miscellaneous things. Medicines, again, you need those. Med kits, Nutripacks, you need those to feed your crew. Apparently, the best thing to do is to like sell most of these off because they don't get eaten up as very fast. But if you have 1,500, you pretty much never need to have any more. Vacuum packs, I think, is for going into space, going to shuttles and things. I'm not 100% sure. Again, don't trust me. Trust the manual and trust other people on YouTube. I'm just going off of what I vaguely remember. Here are your normal minerals. Oh, I should mention this as well. Is this under tactical? Is it here? No, it's under loadout. No. No. Cargo? No. Nope. Nope. Where is it? Nope. That's not it. Nope. Is it here? It's under... No. Oh, come on. Kevin, what are you doing? Sorry. Give me a minute here. I'll find it. I will find it. Is it under tactical? It's under loadout? No. Nope. It's under launch. Nope. Where is it? What I'm looking for is the thing that tells me what my... it's under power. Here we go. So mineral storage. You need 3 types of minerals to maintain power in your ship. Radium is for the reactor, for the hyperdrive and stuff. Plutonium is for your shields. And iridium is for your cloak. And these constantly deplete while these things are on. I have my cloak off, so nothing's going on. My shields are up, and I haven't moved yet. So that's why this is 96, because my shields are up. But I haven't gone anywhere, so my reactor's still at 1,000 radium, and I haven't cloaked, so my iridium is 100. So, if you are looking over here in your cargo, you can see that under normal minerals, these are minerals that you can buy and sell. Your iridium is here, plutonium, and radium. You have to kind of buy these. You have to go to stations and buy them to keep topped up. All right, so power. Here's all of our power controls. Right now, our engine is at half power, so we're not going to be able to go at full regular speed, but you don't need it to go any higher than this for the most part. Setting it higher does eat up reactor. Our cloning module is turned off, and it also, all of these use up power, as you can see here. I think maybe rating is only for hyperdrive. I'm not 100% sure, but the point being, these use up your power units, which is based on your current power output and your power requirements and so forth. And so you kind of don't want to overdo it, right? So if I go here, I can put my engine all up to 10, but then it uses up some of my power units. Anyway, okay, then cargo. We looked at a little bit of cargo. We got repairs, spare parts, weapons, and so on. And And I should point out, like things like weapons here, these kinds of weapons, these are things that you have. Like these are in your ship. They're not just things that you're using as cargo. These are actual weapons that you have. These are air to ship something. I think this is when if you're firing on I think this might be air to surface weapons or something like that. And S to S is ship to ship weapons. And then these are a whole bunch of other things that I don't fucking know what any of these things are. Illegal items, special cargo, and so on. Now, to our crafts. I really hope everybody isn't bored with this. I really do enjoy this game, and I hope that what I'm telling you is information that will make you interested. We'll see. Engineering assignments. These are the various decks that you have. And your ship will, when it gets invaded, the enemy will go deck by deck and damage parts of these things in order. Like there is a map. I don't know what the map looks like, but there is these things are connected somehow. So now that's your command craft. Now your fighter craft are here. This tells you the status of these. These are your different fighter craft. You start out with 4. You have these 4, and 2 of them are the same. That, and then these 2 are the same. And then you've got shuttlecraft. You've got 4 shuttlecraft, and you've got other craft, which is going to be like a buggy, and this little other buggy thing, and so on. And they're numbered all 1 through 4. Tactical. Okay, so tactical. We looked at our crew already, so we have our officers that are on station right now. We could move them to other places like med bay, detention hold, or off duty. They will eventually get tired. This fatigue factor goes up, and then you kind of need to put them off duty. If they get too fatigued, they will go off duty on their own, and so that could become a problem down the road. These are my pilots. These guys are pilot and co-pilot in the various fighters. You can see here. And their life factor is basically hit points. Fatigue factor, artificial intelligence is basically their skill level. The AI, they're not AI. They're not artificially intelligent characters. They are living characters. But they are controlled, their brains, basically the way that they function is controlled by what the game calls AI. It's not really an AI. It's not like they're cyborgs or anything. This is just how good they are. It's a percentage. And then how hungry they are. And they will need to eat, and they will eat Nutripacks. Literally, they will eat the cargo, which is what they're supposed to do. Systems engineers, they are all working. I don't really know what these guys do. Flight engineers are used to repair your fighters when they land. Medics will go and do medic-y things. And these are your Marines. And we already set ready some of these to deploy. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put some of these, I'm going to put one of these guys in the detention hold and one of these guys in the medibay. And the reason I do that, again, I've got this from YouTube, is because if you get invaded, if you get boarded and you capture some guys, they'll end up in the detention hold. Well, they might escape, and you want your Marines there to kind of keep an eye on them. All right. Navitron we don't need. This is the roster, like I said. So, yeah, this is your statistics and medals and stuff. Okay, so we should be good. Let's log off. Get back to here. Let's see. We've been going here. Wow, we've been going at this for about 8 minutes already. So, let me get back to my page here. Okay.
Ready for combat deployment.
Okay, so the Marines are ready. So that means that they've been kind of they are now prepped for combat. Time passes all the time, pretty much all the time. There's some exceptions where it pauses, but otherwise, time passes. The only time really on the HUD in the cockpit when it pauses is when you're clicking here. You can see nothing's moving now. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, we've got bad guys. I'm going to send my fighters out. I'm going to select all of my fighters, and I'm going to give them the order to search and destroy. Now they're launching. All 4 of them. They're launching, and they're going to search and destroy. Now, these red dots here, these are the bad dudes, and we can kind of select them. Oh, there's a fight going on. Where is this guy? This guy's not too far away. So, all of this in this inner ring is in front of us. The outer ring is behind us. So, okay, so that guy's gone. Where is this guy gone off to? We've got a shuttle. Oh, okay, there's a shuttle. Now, you can control with keypad, with your arrow keys if you want. You can do that, or you can hold Alt and use your mouse. Not hold, click, just tap Alt and use your mouse. Now, this guy is either coming in or going out. He's going away, I think. They go in and out of hyperdrive a lot. And if I want to look at... no, he did come in. And oh, yeah, he's gone away. He's gone away. So that's his range up there. So if I hit Alt-S, you can see the area where I am, this Earth area. And you can see my ships are kind of going out here. And I'm here in the middle. And my fighters are out there. There's an enemy shuttle over there. You can see my FC3, FC4 going over there to search and destroy. Well, that shuttle has already escaped. But my fighters are going out, and then we've got other fighters who are also allied are flying around.
Anyone see anything?
And they will keep talking to you. You can shut them up by saying comms off. And I'm going to turn comms off just for the purposes of this recording because they do keep talking. But it's kind of fun to have them just constantly in your ear. And you can see them all over here too. You can see all of these different vehicles and so forth. And then there's Galcom. And this radar has a fairly big distance to it. All right. So now we've got shuttles here, which we're not using right now. They have to be manned by Marines or somebody to be able to fly them, but we don't need them for anything right now. But what I want to do is I actually want to go to Galcom HQ and maybe buy some extra raiding or something like that. So here's what we're going to do. Go to Command, and we say Command Craft Orders, and we go Fly To, and we're going to say Friendly Galcom HQ. Now, AP in green is autopilot. It'll go to, but it won't do anything when it's there. You normally want to set it to red when you're trying to like go through a jump gate or something, because it won't go through a jump gate under regular autopilot. It'll only do it under like full auto. So here we are. Oh, okay. So that buzz, that little bit of static there means that there's a ship in the area, like an enemy in the area, and we might be about to get boarded because there are teleporters in this game. They don't have to actually attach to you. They can just kind of teleport on board. And that happens a lot. All right, so we are now currently heading towards Galcom HQ, which is right there.
Warning, Galcom ship detected. Warning, Galcom ship detected.
Okay.
Warning,
That's because of my
Galcom
stupid
ship
missile.
detected.
How do
Warning,
I
Galcom ship detected.
Oh God, how do I
Warning,
turn this off?
Galcom ship detected. Warning, Galcom ship detected. Warning,
Oh, no.
Galcom ship detected. Warning, Galcom
How do I-
ship detected.
Oh, stop
Warning,
talking to me.
Galcom ship
Click.
detected.
There we go.
Warning, Galcom ship detected.
Okay. Because I didn't want to be targeted. I don't remember how to Okay, it looks like he did it somehow. How to undo... Oh, I just cleared... Oh, that's what it is. I cleared targets. To basically turn off the fatal. Because if you're targeting your friendly, then it's like, I'm not shooting at that. Uh-oh. Something out there. It says something's out there. So there's some enemy coming around. But what we need to do is we need to get within 500 meters of this Galcom HQ in order to dock. And we're gonna just dock here and buy some stuff, sell some of our Nutripacks and buy some stuff. Now I am just introducing this in the Let's Play briefly, so I'm not going to be saving this game. But I probably will do a series at some point, just because I do enjoy this game a lot. So Alt-S again, here we are. So now, one way to pause time is you go under menu here. When you're in tactical, you can hold, and that will stop time. And then unhold, and now time will move. But you can see my ships are out here. FC3, FC4 are on search and destroy over there. FC2 and FC1 are over here. And there's other things. It looks like, oh, there's a warmonger, there's a bad guy, and that's what that sound is. That's what that sound is right there. That means there's an enemy out there. You know what? Let's break off. Let's break off and let's go Command Craft Orders. Let us go attack an enemy. Let's go attack the warmonger. Let's turn our full autopilot on. And now we're going into hyperdrive. We cannot stop the hyperdrive. It must finish. So you'll see here.
We have intruders.
Oh, we have intruders. So it's going down. Hyperdrive is going down. Once it gets to 0, we stop. But we are in the middle of a... Here we go. So now we're in the personnel list. You can see there's an intruder here down in the turbo shaft. He escaped from whoever was attacking him.
Assigned to search duty.
So these guys are now searching for the intruder. Hopefully they will find him. So let me go ahead and target the warmonger. And he's not quite yet in the zone. He will be in about just a couple seconds. Or is he going away? Oh, no, he's in town. He's in town. He's in the area. And you can see now our ranges drop is closing in. We've got 35 more to go in the hyperdrive. I am going to... Oh, turn that. I'm going to turn on my missiles to target him as soon as I get over there. I'm going to set all the first 4. I mean, I've got 20 missiles. I don't know how any of those work. I don't know what the differences are, but I'm going to do all 5 of my analogs. And you can see now that they're targeting the warmonger. Here we go. And there it is. Okay.
Position. Emerging from hyperspace.
Emerging from hyperspace. Where is he? Where is he?
Missile launched.
Missile launched. Missile launched. He's kind of hiding in there. Okay, now my guns are going. So because I'm on full autopilot, so I'm attacking him. That was a shield, and now that's the rest of him. Oh, he escaped. So I was on full auto,
Launched.
and so I automatically did. Oh no! Shit! I forgot to turn off my launch bays. That's one thing that they can do. They can steal your shuttlecraft, which he did. And now I don't have. Now I'd have to buy another one. Damn it!
Unauthorized launch detected.
Okay, well we got to fix that. We got to turn off power to the launch control. We should have done that right up front. Don't turn that on until you need it.
Acknowledged.
We wouldn't have lost our shuttlecraft. And now that guy is gone. He has
Acknowledged.
escaped. He's in shuttle 3 and he's out the way. He's gone. Damn it. Well, it doesn't matter. So now we don't have a shuttle. Let's turn off our autopilot. But yeah, so I was able to use autopilot to attack, but you can do it manually if you want to. Like you can, you know, fire yourself. Your guns will do what they do, and you can tell your missiles to launch. There's a key button to do that, but I don't remember exactly what it is. I think we have to do like a select. There we go. And then how do I deselect? No idea. That was it. Clear? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. So that's yeah. So we got into a little bit of a fight, but it didn't really do very much because he escaped. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go. Where is this?
Activating
Acknowledged.
TAC ops computer.
We're over here. That's going to Jupiter. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Jupiter. Command craft orders, jump at Jupiter, and turn on full autopilot. Now, the fighters are going to stay search and destroy in the vicinity of Earth. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to kind of tell them to jump through here. So let's go fighters, all of them. Orders, jump at Jupiter. So now they're going to go to Jupiter. And you can see what they're doing here with their orders, their search and destroy orders and so forth, and then they're eventually going to hopefully switch out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I might have to do that manually for them. We shall see. Or maybe I'll just kind of nudge them again. Jump at Jupiter. Come on, get in there. Nope, they're still doing it. Okay, so let's say orders, jump at Jupiter. Can I make him do it? Oh no! I bet it's because his comms are off. Is that why? Maybe I have to turn the comms on? I don't know. Jump at Jupiter.
I've got a clean scan.
No, I guess not. Well, we'll figure it out. Someday.
Hostile target identified.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe it's because there's somebody up there fighting.
Attack
I don't know.
off computer.
Well, we're going through here. I don't care what you guys are doing. It's been about 30 minutes. We're gonna just go a little bit longer. Maybe just do the jump.
Still searching. Still searching. Hostile target identified. Preparing for jump. Hostile target identified.
Okay, so now maybe they are jumping.
Preparing for jump.
Oh no, they already did jump. Oh, because I'm a dum-dum. They are. You can see they're located in
Navigation
Jupiter.
data.
All right, fighters, all of you guys, search and destroy.
Anyone see anything?
All right, here we are.
I got a clean
Oh,
scan.
that's not what I wanted to do. Let's turn off our autopilot.
Acknowledged.
Now we are in Jupiter, and now, yeah, they were. Okay, they were faster than me. They already had gone into Jupiter, and they were already just kind of floating around, flying around in there. But yeah, so this is Jupiter, and there's a whole bunch of moons. We can go there. We can go to a station. You can see here. Oh, let's turn these guys' noises, their voices off here. One thing I didn't look at, because this would have told me what was going on. If I hover over here, you can see the location is Jupiter, shield level, heading, hull, all that stuff, the orders, and the maneuver. Oh, here we go. There's an Angstrom coming in,
Acknowledged.
and there's a star, whatever that is, star monk, right over there. He's flying in. That's that guy. My guys are probably going to go after him. That looks like a fighter.
Acknowledged.
Yep, there they go.
Computer.
This Angstrom, though.
Alert. We have intruders on board.
Oh no, intruders. Oh, that's not the button I wanted.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay, so that one escaped already on the shuttle. Now this guy's at the mid laser turret, but these guys are searching, so we should be all right. So the Angstrom is on its way in. You can see, it's heading over to that moon. So let's go ahead and go do an attack on the enemy. Oh, he's leaving. He's trying to leave. At the moon? I don't know how that works exactly.
Hyperdrive activated.
That's all right. And we going. So hyperdrive is still in real space, so you could still be boarded during this. You're just going super fast. There's the Angstrom down there. This is our range to it. And this is the hyperdrive. So we have to wait. We cannot abort hyperdrive. Nothing we can do will stop this. So we just have to wait for it to get down to 0. Alright, so let's go ahead and designate some missiles. I am not confident doing manual. Oh, so now we have fire stars instead of the analogs that we had before because we used them up. I'm not confident fighting on my own like manually, so I tend to rely on the autopilot to do it for me at this stage. But I'm sure at some point I will try to learn how to do it. I've killed one thing manually,
Marines are engaging combat
but
on
I was
X3.
shit at it. Oh no! Okay.
Acknowledged.
Yep. All right. He's escaped as well, but he's still. Oh, and we're hurting him. You can see down there, he's got 77 health. But one of our guys got hit. He's got 58 health. If he goes below a certain level, he will go to the Medi Bay, and the medical staff will help him out. All right. So we're getting close to the Angstrom here. Coming out of hyperdrive. Right, not just yet. Come on. There we go.
From hyperspace.
All right. Can I attack him? Oh, I guess probably not. What is he? Oh, he's a tiny little thing. I thought he was bigger. It seems like there's fighting going on somewhere else, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can even. Oh no, there is a fight happening down there. You can see my fighters are fighting him right now, and that's what he looks like. There's a couple of other things you can look at here, but that's yeah, the video is right there. And there's some other. I haven't even looked at the map. Haven't really given any information about this. This is a lot. There's a lot that you can do here. But they are fighting him, and it looks like his shield is holding. They don't seem to be doing much to him. and he's getting farther away from me. So you know what? I'm going to turn off my autopilot, and I'm just gonna get out of here because I know I can fly into. Oh, that's weird. I can fly into the atmosphere in my ship, but I'm not gonna. So you can see SAS means that my ship is still in danger. Oh, he's been hit a bit more. This other guy's been hit. This guy's been hit. My pilots are wounded a little bit. Ooh, okay. Last thing that we want to do then before we go is let's take a look, and I can show you how the crafts are doing. My fighter crafts here. Look at this. It's been badly damaged. Not badly damaged, but significantly damaged. You can see they're all got a little bit of damage because they've been in fights.
Acknowledged.
Now, if I wanted to, now they're in the middle of a fight right now. Maybe not. Nope. Oh god. What I could do is I could return them to base, and then I have to assign flight engineers to come and repair them, but it takes a while. And if there's combat going on, you don't want to lose your fighters to repairs. You don't want to have them forced to continue repairing because that can't be stopped. But that is not exactly the most necessarily the safest thing, because if they end up getting too badly damaged, they'll get destroyed. You might have to go send out a shuttle to tow them. You might have to go buy a new shuttle and so on. And you have to make your own money if you're in roaming mode. You have to, buy and sell, trade. You have to do a whole bunch of things. So, anyway, it's been a minute. Let's see how long we've been going at this. Yeah, we've gone at this been about 36 minutes or so. So I hope you got a little bit of a sense of how this game works. I mean, this is about as much as I really know. Like I said, I've only played it for a couple of hours, but I have enjoyed it, and I am kind of excited to get better at it and to learn more and to do more. The free roaming mode really is you're just on one side and you're fighting. You're just kind of doing combat with enemies, trying to track them down and stuff. But there are missions. There is sort of like campaign modes where they give you a sequence of timed missions that you have to do. And they're pretty cool, and you can do a whole bunch of different kinds of things. You can be a military person, you can be a trader, you can mostly stay on the ground and do first-person shooter stuff. So there's a lot you can do. I have barely scratched the surface myself, and I've only shown you the smallest portion of even what I know, which is only the tiniest portion of what the game has. So at the risk of sounding like an advertisement, I really do recommend it. It's usually pretty cheap to get on Steam. The Lyrius Conflict DLC is usually full price. It's about 20 or 30 bucks. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably more expensive than it's worth at this stage because it's been in development for a number of years and it's not really getting super regular updates. But Derek Smart is Derek Smart. He's super tenacious and he hasn't stopped. He's just, slow, which is fine. The game as it exists is very playable, very fun. Takes a lot of work to learn.
Engage in combat on the subdeck.
But is pretty satisfying once you've gotten the hang of it. And before we go, let's just see how this fight is going.
Acknowledged.
We've almost got this guy killed. He tried to leave, but we had already shut off the launch bay. So on that vaguely reasonable success, we're going to call it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.